Hi guys, we're here with our March message of the month. This is the message that we're going to be delivering during the message of the week time during all of our kids classes during the month of March. And this month we actually have the BBE sheet for anger management. Now, as you guys know, self-control is one of the major benefits of taking martial arts. Obviously, we're practicing fighting art here. We're practicing kicking and punching, and if we don't have good control of our temper and good control of our emotions, then it's certainly possible that we can misuse some of our skills. So going over our message this month, inside there's a story for the kids to read. It's kind of a fun story about anger management, and they can read through that, and then the questions that they're going to be asked are based on the story that they read. All right, so this goes along with our messages of the week to reinforce the lessons that we're trying to teach. Now, as far as what we're actually going to be talking to the kids about during classes, during that message of the week, these are things that the more you reinforce them at home, the more you talk about them on the ride home from karate, or the more you talk about them at dinner, or you remind them about them. In this case, if they're losing their temper or they're getting a little angry, remind them of the lessons that we're teaching them in karate, because this is how the program is going to be the most effective for your kids. We're going to be talking about strategies, 5 strategies to dealing with anger, and they're right here on your BBE sheet. So, if you watch this video and then forget a few of the things that I said or that I went through, you can always refer back to your kids' BBE sheet so that you can help also reinforce the lessons that we're teaching. The 5 strategies for dealing with anger. Number 1, stop. If your child is feeling out of control, they should be separated from the person they feel like hurting. They should leave the room. As often happens with children, they need a parent to get them to stop. So, teaching your kids, especially if they have siblings and they're, getting in each other's face and they're starting to annoy each other, teach them to, hey, go to your separate corners. You go to your room, you go to your room, you get control of yourself. You maybe go play by yourself for a while. It allows you some time to calm down. So this is one of the strategies we're going to be teaching the kids. Number 2 is calm down. Teach your child to use some calming strategies when they feel the physical symptoms of anger. They can try taking deep breaths, drinking a glass of water, distracting themselves with a song or a story, or playing by themselves. Everybody can feel anger coming on. It's a physical condition. You feel yourself getting mad. Okay, you can recognize that. Teach the kids to recognize when they feel that happening, and then teach them a strategy to deal with it, right? Again, like I said in the previous one, go to your own room, play by yourself for a while, step back, take some deep breaths, calmly think about what the right thing to do is. Number 3 is think before you act. Encourage your child to ask themselves, what do I want to happen? Explain that vengeance and retaliation are not worth acting on. Being understood and making things right are worthwhile. Okay, so I believe the kids will get in the most trouble ever when they do things without acting. Adults will get in the most trouble ever when they do things without thinking before they act. Right? So it's really important to try to teach kids when they feel that anger coming on to really think through what the right decision is, because even though you might feel like pushing somebody or kicking them, I think if we all think through what the right thing to do is, we'll usually come to the proper decision. And age doesn't really matter that way. This can be taught to really young kids to really think about what is going to be the consequence of losing my temper or not losing my temper right now. Number 4, consider the other people's feelings. Children can begin to show empathy as young as 3 years old, but they need your help. Try to get them to understand the other person's point of view just as they want their point of view understood. So, getting your kids to think, if I was in the other person's shoes, what I want to happen. At least, even if they can't come to an agreement, at least try to understand what the other person is thinking or feeling. And number 5, look for possible solutions. Help your child see beyond, I hate you and you're no good. See if you can find a compromise that both parties can agree on. Apologizing often helps others. Okay? help teach your children different ways to a win-win situation. So learning that you're not always going to get your way, and learning that sometimes you have to give a little to get a little. Our government could maybe learn something from this message of the month as well. But compromise is part of a life, and it's part of successful relationships. So that's something that we definitely want to teach the kids to do. They have to understand that they're not always going to get their way, and sometimes they're going to have to give up something of what they want to get a part of what they want. So those are the things that we're going to be teaching for the message of the week during the month of March. I'll also mention that we've got some great events coming up this month. We've got our semi-annual, actually we do it twice a year, inter-school tournament where the kids can compete in forms, sparring, creative combos, and highest flying sidekicks. It's a great chance for the kids to get out there to show their confidence, to really practice hard, improve their skills with a goal in mind. It's a lot of fun. All the kids will get trophies. Obviously, first, second, and third are bigger than the finalist trophies, but everybody will get a trophy just for participating. So even the little ninjas, 3, 4, 5 years old, they can compete all the way up through all of our youth classes. And our tournaments they're just a lot of fun, and something that I definitely encourage. People to participate in. We also have belt testing during the month of March. I have our March calendar here in front of me. Hopefully you have a copy of this. This will be updated on our mobile app and on our website as well. This month, obviously, we are going to be putting a lot of effort towards practicing for the tournament. So even if your child is not competing, we're going to be doing tournament practice in class, because I think it's great for test preparation, for belt promotion preparation. It shows that they really know their skills, and it's just good martial art practice regardless of whether they're competing or not. So we will be spending a lot of time this month on tournament preparation as well as testing preparation, as we have our belt promotions at the end of this month. We have our first black belt training free extra training seminar, and this month it is going to be extra tournament practice. So if they are in the black belt training program, they can come on the 16th at 2 p.m. and get some extra points and tips on their form or on their creative combo or on their sparring from our staff here at KMA, and that's on the 16th of the month. The tournament, as I said, is on the 23rd, and our Pro Shop special of the month this month, because it's belt testing month, is we will have belt racks and belt displays on sale for 20% off, different price points. They range anywhere from $30 to over $100. So we're going to be having some of those on display, and those will be 20% off. So hopefully you got something out of our little video message of the month, and you can start reinforcing our lessons again on the way home from karate, at the dinner table, or just at a time when they really need that reinforcement, or they need that reminder, to work on the anger management skills that we're talking about. All right, that's it for this month, and I'll be back on next month with our message of the month for April. Have a great day, everybody.